Y'all feel it?
A message to all you pseudo spitters. The sound is cool, but the trend I see is the truth is missing. I feel the flow is stupid. You claim that the music's different. I guess it's all opinion, depending on who was listening.
What's the word, y'all? This is KTR _podcast, Littles Podcast. You are now tuned in with Cinco, Big Harv, and J-Bo himself on a very, 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 very early morning today. They had me wake up at the crack of dawn. I haven't even been asleep. At this point, this is when I would ask them how they doing, but I could care less right now because I'm tired because they made me wake this morning. So we're gonna get it right. No.
It's like
No.
9 o'clock.
No. I don't care. This is not my hours of sleep.
Gets up before 8.
How do y'all feel today? Y'all feel well rested, huh? Y'all comfortable? Because I'm not. I'm tired.
I mean,
whatever.
You're not moving furniture. I'm moving couches and stuff, so you'll be all right. You'll be fine.
Right. Been moving furniture in this new house all week, bro. We good.
A couch weighs 5 pounds. J. Har, you are 7 feet tall. All right. A couch is like a pillow to you. Yes.
I wish I wouldn't be talking about it then, would it?
This must be the best couch of life. But anyway, we're going to get right into it. This is your Wrestling Weekly recap with Ramblin and Gamblin Sports because we are in it for the money. Because if we don't talk about dollars, it don't make sense. Please tune in to them on Twitter at @andgamblin. And shout out to them for helping me win my 6-fight parlay last night with UFC. Yes, they won me a bag. Yes, they did. But anyway, we're going to get right into it with this.
His brother don't tell nobody about these bets.
I did. You were moving a couch. Bro. Anyway, we're getting into the show right now because I have to go to sleep. Thank you.
Sick of this guy. Sick of him. Get him out of here.
Green era.
Monday Night Raw. We had 3 number 1 qualifying contenders matches for who was going to face Drew McIntyre at Clash of Champions. First, we start off with Keith Lee versus Dolph Ziggler. Keith Lee came out with the W. Next, we had Orton versus Kevin Owens. And with that, Orton defeated KO with a nice little victory out there. He only took him like 10 seconds, but, that's slight work. Shout out to Aleister Black with the assist. But, it wasn't needed. But, who feel like fighting twice in one night? And also, we had Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio. But due to a shoulder injury, his son had the fight in place for him. And I swear to God, if he had won that match, it was fine. But anyway, the Monday Night Messiah came out with the dub, thank God. But anyway, after that, we had Mickie James against Lana. Happy belated birthday to Mickie because she won on her birthday against Lana via pinfall. We had Cedric Alexander and the Viking Raiders against the Hurt Business, and Cedric pulled off the upset pinfall on MVP, but MVP got that ass in the back room at Monday Night Raw, jumped him, beat him up, and Ricochet and Apollo Crews gonna come and help at the end when he already dismantled everything. Riot Squad defeated the Iconics, but unfortunately with that win, the Iconics are now broken up, which I do not understand, and now the Riot Squad have a number 1 contenders match for the women's tag team titles. Well, after that, we had the Street Profits versus Andrade and Garza, but that ended in no contest due to Retribution, which is starting to get a little bit relevant to me right now. And last but not least, we had the number 1 contenders match with Orton, Rollins, and Keith Lee. And our hometown hero, Randy Orton, came out with the win. Guys, fellas, J-Bo, Big Harv, how do y'all feel about Monday Night Raw?
Monday Night Raw was cool. I like to see some good contenders matches. I mean, Drew McIntyre, he had a new challenger every big pay-per-view show. So just to see more contenders matches is good. I like to see that Keith Lee was not the one pinned in this case. Randy Orton came out on top by pinning Rollins. That was great. It keeps Keith Lee relevant and Randy Orton still looking strong going into it. I know Jay Hart probably going to say something about this, but with them breaking up the Iconics, it's like you're breaking up more and more and more women tag teams.
Thank you.
For what? So there was really no purpose of it. And they just recently put the Riot Squad back together, and now they're in the top contention, not because of how good of a tag team they are, but because of the lack of tag team that there is. So that was kind of I'll let Jay Hart speak more on that. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing where Cedric Alexander goes. I think he's going to join the Hurt Business. That's just me. I would really like to see them have a good high flyer on the team just to have some diversity. And, and I said this a few weeks ago with Retribution, and I still stand by it. I do not see a play out with this. Like Senko said, it's starting to get irrelevant, and to me, it's been irrelevant. Yeah, it was a nice little shock in the beginning, but I just don't see no payoff with it at the end. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I see. About you, JR?
Big hard.
Yeah, man. For the most part, I agree with you. Retribution, I wouldn't say they're irrelevant because they're shoving them down our throats every week, but they are annoying as hell at this point. At this point, I just want to know who it is. Let's reveal it, get the storylines going, keep it moving. The guys in the ski mask stuff running out, it lasts too long. You can only do that so long. Number one Contenders was done well. They need more tournament style setups like that to determine world champs. It makes people look more important to people that they put in those positions, and it gives more opportunity, which I'm always shouting about. Get rid of, delete the whole women's tag team division. They've already done it themselves. There's 2 tag teams, man. There's only 2 tag teams at a time. Yeah, delete. Get them out of there. It's pointless. I don't know why that's one of the longest tag teams, female tag teams they've had on the roster. Since they came up, they started in NXT, came up together, all that. And what's the point of breaking them up? There's 0 point in doing that. So yeah, that's stupid. Hurt Business, of course. Cedric needs them, I feel like, to really excel. If they had MVP speaking for him, and then just let them go out there and tear the house down, he'd really be the star of the stable, in my opinion. He's probably pound for pound the best wrestler on the planet, to be honest.
He can do it all.
Yeah. It's neither here or there, but yeah, that could be a conversation saved for another time. But at the end of the day, WWE Raw, Monday Night Raw was a decent show with that. And also all 3 of us were able to attend the Thunderdome, some longer than others, but that's another case as well. Moving on, we're actually going to do just a tad bit coverage with Wednesday night. WWE NXT, because the only match I want is the spotlight. No disrespect to the other matches. With Dakota Kai and her match against Catanzaro. Then we had Swerve Scott and Breezango against what's that stable? They got a long name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I just want to highlight the big fatal 4-way Iron Man match against Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor, and the undisputed man himself, Adam Cole. Baby, one hell of a match. Great 60 seconds, great 60 minutes of action. Not 60 minutes. 60 minutes of action, but it came out to a draw between Finn Balor and Adam Cole. And they are now fighting next week for Super Tuesday for the number 1 contender. No, not for the actual NXT championship. So with that being said, how do you feel about the Fatal 4-Way, and how do you feel, who do you think is going to win between Balor and Cole?
They said it best on NXT. Like, those 4 can easily be argued as the Mount Rushmore of NXT, and all 4 of them would put on one hell of a match from bell to bell. There was no dull moments, and even during the slow moments, it was still intense. That was my first time seeing a fatal 4-way Iron Man match, and they all lived up to it, in my opinion. Right. So even though it came out to be a draw, it's understandable because just the setup is just great, and now we get a clean one-on-one match between the Prince Finn Balor and Adam Cole, baby, himself. So everything about it was great.
Big hard.
It has been a long time since they come up with a more original way to end a match like that. You rarely see an Iron Man match with more than 2 people, so I feel like them adding 2 more people threw some more flavor in it and made it so that a draw wouldn't look as cheesy as it normally would. It still gives us another fresh match. I'm going to go with Finn Balor because they moved him back down there. He's been back down there. He's been consistently really damn good. And I feel like he deserves the title again at this point. Adam Cole is also a really good choice because hopefully they keep him down there for at least another year, him in the Undisputed Era. So we'll see. The winner's really a toss-up, but I think it was very well done how they constructed the match and how they ended it.
Cool. And with that being said, I do want to highlight the NXT results because I do want to give them their utmost respect for last Tuesday. So we did have Timothy Thatcher defeating the colossal one, Bronson Reed. Instead, it wasn't Dakota Kai, it was Candice LeRae. I know they have their feud going on, that's why I got them confused. But Candice LeRae defeated Casey Catanzaro. And the six-man street fight was Breezango, Isaiah Scott, like I said, against Ladegeo. I can't, it's too early. The Phantasmo, you know, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all names too long, but yeah. Moving on, the Friday Night Smackdown. Make names simpler, shoot. Anyway, you know, SmackDown's more the entertainment show, so we had very, very few matches than we would normally do on Monday Night Raw. So the 3 matches that did happen on SmackDown were Heavy Machinery, my boy Otis, defeated Miz and Morrison. Hey, ho, ho. Yes. And we had the women's tag team match again. We had the champions, Jackson Baszler, against Bayley and Sasha. And, of course, Jackson Baszler won. And also, we had a fatal 4-way match for the number 1 contender spot at Clash of Champions to see who would fight Roman Reigns. It was originally Baron Corbin, Sheamus, Matt Riddle, and Big E. But unfortunately, Sheamus caught Big E lacking and dropped him in the parking lot on a windshield. And we had Jey Uso take his spot in the fatal 4-way, and Jey Uso got the dub. So now we have a cousin versus cousin match at Clash of Champions. Personally, I am excited about that. I've been an Uso fan for the longest. They are my favorite tag team out of all the tag teams currently. Now, back then, like that day one ish right there. But yeah, anyway, like I said, how you feel about Friday Night SmackDown? And feel free to go into the other segment too as well, because there's a lot going on for Friday Night SmackDown.
JR, what you think?
As soon as they took Big E out and announced Uso, I knew it was gonna be my boy. That's my favorite tag team too, the Usos. But you got to know this is set up just to solidify Roman Reigns' heel turn. He's going to obliterate that young man. He's going to destroy him in a way I don't think we've ever seen Roman Reigns destroy another person, just to hammer home the fact that he's a heel and that don't matter who you are, he's out for his, you know what I'm saying, finally. And I do feel like that's what Roman needs. I'm very disappointed because I just knew Big E was going to get that opportunity, man. I just knew Big E was going to get that opportunity.
Opportunity. That's big hard word.
Yeah, there it is.
They're not living up to it right now.
No, I mean, Jey Uso getting it is also an opportunity. You know, that's brand new. It's something that we've never seen, probably never thought we'd see.
Yeah.
Him in a solo match for the World Championship. And I feel like it's going to be a good angle, if not a great match, because he is going to get destroyed. But I like it. The tag titles was predictable. We predicted that like the last 2-3 episodes. Again, get rid of it. But yeah, for the most part, SmackDown was actually really solid. It usually is because it's shorter and they keep stuff a little bit more tight. Everything is run pretty smooth, so I enjoyed it. Oh yeah, your boy Otis and Heavy Machine. There's no reason they should be beating Miz and Morrison at all.
That's
all I got to see. Yeah, I mean that is here or there. That's what we're talking about, and there's no way that should happen. But it is what it is.
Their own beliefs, that's fine. But
remember what it is.
Remember who's Mr. Money in the Bank. But anyway, J-Ball.
What does that have to do with Money in the Bank?
Oh my God, we're not about to do this. It's too early to be arguing right now.
Let's do it.
We'll say that for the show. First, let me just give another shout out to Paul Heyman and his amazing promo styles. Just he is undefeated in promos. He just cannot be defeated. once again with Roman Reigns, with his heel turn, we all been asking for this for years, and just how they keep doing this is beautiful. To be honest, I'm actually kind of glad that Big E wasn't in the Fatal 4-Way. I still want him to build up more as a singles competitor before he goes over after the Universal title. I think this is fine. This gives Roman Reigns more opportunity to become a more and more dominant heel. In my opinion, I love the Usos. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Jay Hart actually said it. It's just going to be a squash match, really. Roman Reigns is going to completely destroy Uso, and I get it. It is to solidify him as a heel. It's just that I'm not as entertained for this match just because I know how it's going to turn out. We all know Jey Uso isn't going to win. To be honest, to add a bit flair, I would love to see Jimmy come out, make it look like, they about to, team up on them, but they all join together. It's this big heel stable. I don't know, just to add some more flair to it, other than just Roman Reigns just destroying Jay, just to show that he's the big dog still. But other than that, all of Friday Night SmackDown, that was pretty much just a fallout show from Payback. And it was good. It was solid, and yeah, like Jay Hart said, since it is just 2 hours, it gives them more time to actually focus on the legitimate wrestlers on the show. So yeah, I had no complaints. It was cool. But still, shout out to Paul Heyman, though. The guy's undefeated.
Yes, Paul Heyman is definitely undefeated on the microphone, as you can see, man. He just, every pump promo, he just come out and kill it. Yes, but with that being said, shout out to Jey Uso, because I was really excited Friday when I saw him win. Even though it's like a 99% chance he won't win the title, if he does,
100% chance he won't win the title. It's a 99% chance that he gets no offensive in against Roman Reigns.
Anything is possible now. After I seen my boy Otis get the Money in the Bank, I would not be surprised if he get the title just for a second. Just for a second, he could lose it on next Friday.
Otis is doing nothing but smacking his stomach. That's it.
Hey, it worked. Exactly. Don't hit smack your stomach, JR.
Forget we're on a show. I'm gonna smack something else.
All right, with that being said, that is all the time that we have today. This is KTR_podcast, Little Rose Podcast. Please follow us on all social media platforms, Twitter and Instagram, KTR_podcast, Another Rose Podcast at YouTube and Facebook. Be sure to follow us on all podcast platforms, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor. We're on all that at Know the Rose Podcast. And be sure to also tune in with Ramblin and Gamblin Sports, because, they all in it for the money, because they don't talk about dollars that don't make sense. Follow them at and Gamblin on Twitter. That is ANDGAMBLIN. I can spell. This is Another Rose Podcast, our wrestling weekly recap, and we are out. I swear, if y'all make me do another episode in the morning, I'm going to shit in both of y'all gas tanks.
You just got to get you used to it, buddy. I think that should be the new norm. We just got to get you used to it.